What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the channel. Let's turn this music down. This is a little loud. We're gonna keep it playing though, because this music is fantastic. And we are gonna start this stream off a little bit differently than what we normally do. I was asked this week to, let me get on this page here so I can see if you make comments. I was asked this week to make some sort of way of wrapping up what we've seen so far, right? So if you've missed any of our streams, we themed FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I think now, honestly though, right now is a really good spot to stop, look back at what, and then we'll move forward after that. So basically, I was asked to put together something, and in the nerdiest fashion I possibly could, I made a PowerPoint presentation. So we're going to go through a PowerPoint presentation of what is going on in FNAF so far, and then we're going to move on to the next game. So the reason this is such a good place to stop is, yeah, it's a PowerPoint. The reason this is such a good place to stop, the initial marketing for this game, it was labeled as the final chapter. But FNAF 4 was labeled as the series. There weren't going to be any more. Like, Scott was done making them, whatever. Well, obviously, you know that. Yeah, no, I didn't make a Prezi, mainly because that would have taken me much longer than this PowerPoint took. And you'll see how long this PowerPoint actually is. And just PowerPoint and not Prezi. But yeah, so we're doing a PowerPoint, and it's this is what we know. So I'm going to start by going through just general facts of what has happened in the bar, and we'll just move on from there. Also, if you're new, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We are working our way towards 100 subscribers, and if we can get there by Saturday, then we're going to have a little reward on the channel. So it was weird that it was going to be the finale, and it was such a departure from the originals, from 1, 2, and 3. But so what we're going to do is I put this in a hopefully easy to follow fashion, and so we're going to go through each of the games and just look at what we know, just break it all down. Then we're going to put it all together at the end. So we're going to start at the beginning with Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Who do we meet in that? We meet Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Fox, Golden Freddy, which we never actually saw in our playthrough, but this is what happens. He shows up in your office. If you look in the hallway on the left side, he'll go up on a poster, and then he'll appear in your room just kind of sitting there. And if you don't flip your camera back up, he'll actually just crash your game. He'll show us your whole game, which is weird. We have someone that's killing people, but we don't actually see him in this game. And then you play as Mike Schmidt. You may think that's unimportant, but it will be later. Anyway, so what happens in FNAF 1? Not much, actually. I mean, this game first one, and if you know anything about Scott was a failed, I guess you could say failed game designer. He worked for companies as far as making video games, and the latest one he made was called, I believe it's called Chipper's Lumber Company, and all said that all of his animals looked like they were robots, looked like they were animatronics. And so then, here you go. This is what came out of it. So this was trying to see if it would stick, and then it became this massively popular series. But so, what happens in this game? Occasionally you can see these things that tell about a killer who is wearing a suit that we don't know which suit, but there is a suit. A pizzeria is going to be closing soon because the animatronics are smelling, and because something has happened a long time ago in this location. We don't really know a lot. From the phone calls, we know that the animatronics are not allowed to freely roam during the day, so that was stopped at the Bite of 87, which we don't really know much about at this point. And then you get fired for tampering with an animatronic's odor, which is a very odd thing to be fired for, at least the odor part. Very odd thing to be fired over. That's about it. So FNAF 2, we meet the toy animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. We also meet Mangle, Balloon Boy, and JJ, which JJ is basically a balloon boy that shows up under your desk. We didn't get it, and I saw, but it's also like really difficult to see her. We meet the puppet. We meet the withered animatronics. We meet Shadow Bonnie and Shadow Freddy, which will occasionally show up in your room, like here on the pictures. And then Phone Guy makes a return, even though he was killed at the end of FNAF. That way you know the events of FNAF 2 took place before the events of FNAF 1. And we play as Jeremy Fitzgerald, except for where we play as Fritz Smith. As you hear in the Night 6 call, it says you are going to be moved to the day shift, and so you play as Fritz Smith the next night. So that's just something to keep in mind. So what happens in this game? Well, we know it takes place in 1987, so we know Bite of 87. This happens at the same time. It's in the same year. And it takes place before FNAF 1, as we said, and because the animatronics are allowed to walk around, and they are tied to a criminal database. So that seems to suggest that something has already happened to them to need this kind of technology, and so they're tied to a criminal database. So something's been going on. And Phone Guy, as we know, is alive. So yeah, that's pretty much what happens in FNAF 2, minus the death minigames. The death minigames are what really give us a lot of our lore here. And so the first one that's really important is the Give Cake to the Children minigame. And it takes place at a location we don't know necessarily what it is, but we can assume it to be Fredbear's Family Diner, which is mentioned in the phone calls. Fredbear's Family Diner is a place that came way before. It is what these locations are based off of, but they're not the same thing. They're not Fazbear Entertainment, which is who you work for in these games. And we witness the first murder happen right outside the building. The reason we know that it is Fredbear's is because notice that Freddy is holding a cupcake. A cupcake normally goes to Chica, but if Chica doesn't exist yet, and they only have those two parts, then that starts to make sense, right? This came before Chica, but Freddy was still there. And the purple guy, who we know is our killer, he kills the child outside the building. He hasn't really developed his way of killing just yet, so he doesn't have the suit, he's not inside, all that good stuff. He kills the child outside, so that is something to keep in mind. So that means that this was the first murder. This one right here that we see in this death minigame. Another death minigame that is very, very important is the Give Gifts and Give Life minigame. So knowing that the first murder was the child outside, we can then go on to assume that that was the puppet because of this. The puppet in the Give Gifts, Give Life minigame sees first slumped over bodies and tries to give presents to them. Well, they're dead, so it doesn't really help. So then the puppet tries to save their lives in the suits by allowing their souls to live on in the suits. It gets trippy, I know, but as you finish the fourth animation, the fifth one pops up for 1 frame and Golden Freddy jump scares you. So that tells you that the fifth spirit there, because there were 5 children killed, is of Golden Freddy. So yeah, that's pretty much all for that one. And then we have the Save Them minigame, the SAVETHE. That is said in like really slow motion, I guess, while you're walking around. You play as Freddy, and it's the older Freddy. It's not the toy in this map, but this is a map of the minigame. And you follow the puppet around. The puppet is trying to help save these children, and as you can see, 5 corpses here. So these are not the same 5 corpses that are from the first game. So that means there are now 10 total killed people. Another interesting thing is Golden Freddy will show up every now and then, and as you walk near it, it will disappear, but its eyes will light up right before it disappears, which is something to consider. And Mangle moves, which is very odd. The final thing about this one is that the purple guy will occasionally show up and run at you, and you will then like lose the minigame. And at the bottom of the screen, it says, you can't. So, trying to help you save them, and it says, you can't. So, yeah, something to consider. So, now we move on to FNAF 3. FNAF is a little weird, right? There's only one animatronic that's actually trying to kill you, and it is Springtrap. So, we do meet Springtrap in this game, as well as the Phantom, Freddy, Chica, Mangle, and Balloon Boy. Now, the puppet is in this game, and we got the puppet's little thing toward the end of our playthrough of FNAF 3, and you notice that the puppet is real. The puppet is not a phantom. It is not a figment of our imagination. It has a reflection on the ground. As you can see, like right there, it has a reflection. So this thing's real. And so that's one thing to consider, is that this thing is here, and it has some reason that it went out Springtrap. So definitely think about that. And then Phone Dude and Phone Guy. Phone Guy makes another return in the form of training tapes that are played as just a kind of reminder to the past, but they definitely clue us in on quite a few new clues. Like I said, training tapes are used. We have these two suits, the Golden Freddy and the Golden Bonnie suits, and we know that the events takes place prior to FNAF 1 because they are allowed to walk around during the day. And I've got a quote there from one of the calls. After an incident at a sister location, they are retired, which we would assume to be a bite. So that is as a simultaneous spring lock failures, which could be assumed to be a couple of different things, but we're going to go through what it actually is later when we go look at everything at once. So then we learn about safe rooms. So the safe rooms are a very important aspect of this, and we're actually seeing a safe room right here, and this is from the FNAF 3. So all of the safe rooms are hidden from cameras and animatronics. That's why between every night when you play as an animatronic, you cannot get, it says error. The animatronics physically can't enter. Then Phone Guy decides to run out and dismantle these suits that are possessed. However, he then releases the souls of the children, and then they kill him. They then well, I mean, kind of kill him. He runs in the suit and ends up killing himself. But I mean, same thing, right? So after this happens, they seal him, and he's just kind of stuck inside. And then he gets set free once we get to Fazbear. Yeah. So in FNAF 3, there's a bunch of minigames, and you have to manually trigger them. They're not based on when you die. So the first one is going to be Balloon Boy. You have to collect these balloons, but when you glitch out the left wall, you fall and you can get a special balloon. Once you get that balloon, there will be balloons for every one that comes after that. So you go to Mangle, and Mangle, using the balloons that you have now, Mangle can get a cake. So now your mission is to give cake and give a party, basically, to 4 children. Which I messed up in my playthrough, I will admit. I forgot to go back and do Balloon Boy twice. And anyway, but you do Balloon Boy, Chica, you play as Golden Freddy, and then you play as Shadow Bonnie, which this thing is freaky. It glitches and jumps and flies and does all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, so you give cake to those 4 children. So definitely a cool thing. And then 4 children, you have the happiest day. The happiest day is for the final child, the 5th child. So when you save these 4 kids from these 4 characters here, they will show up at the party with Freddy, Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie masks, respectively. Then, when the puppet shows the happiest day to the crying child at the very end of the hall, the crying child puts on the Golden Freddy mask, and they all fade away. So this just shows you that their spirits are put at rest when they finally have their birthday party, and they can move on. So, and that is shown further by the ending. So we got the bad ending because we did not save all of the children's souls. I'll probably go back and do it on my own time, but the good do all of the mini games, make sure that all of the kids get their party, and then it is the end rather than bad ending. And the lights are not on within the suits, meaning that the souls were actually released. So pretty interesting ending. And at the very end, Fazbear Fright burns to the ground. Now, if you brighten this image up right here, you can see Springtrap's face, meaning that he survives. So he survives the fire, which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? He's the ultimate bad guy. It's whatever. All right, FNAF 4-1, let's get into this. So Crying Child is who you play as for the entirety of this game. You also meet Crying Child's brother, who likes to scare him by jumping out from under his TV and all that good stuff. We have our friend Fredbear here, and he teleports around and watches you all the time, which is not creepy at all. And then we have the Nightmare animatronics. We have Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare. It's just called Nightmare, which we assume to be representative of death just because of where it falls in the story. We have the purple guy, of course. He's in all of the games now. And then we have a bunch of children, which are very actually important to the lore and the creation of the lore and the theories of how all of this fits together. So what happens? So the nights are based on a countdown to a party. So every night you get 5 days until the party, 4 days until the party. It's your birthday party at a location. So you are constantly locked in your room, though, or you're locked at Freddy's. You're at Freddy's a lot, which is odd for you to be so scared of Freddy's. You're there an awful lot. Your brother scares you all the time while wearing the foxy head, and these lines of "Don't you remember what you saw? Don't let them catch you." These come around several times. These lines. And so pretty important, seeing how they're repeated lines. Anything repeated is definitely going to be important. So the children outside are talking about the legends of, well, if they catch you, they're going to stuff you in a suit and you'll never see the light of day again and you're going to die and all this stuff. So you definitely are hearing things, and these have to come from somewhere, right? It's not just like circumstance that these stories come from somewhere, right? So now we have this girl holding the plush toy, the plush spring Bonnie, but it's a finger trap, right? So that's of the spring locks that are happening in FNAF 3. But yeah, they talk about finger traps, talk about stuffing your body and you never getting toys at the playground, which we're going to talk about very in depth later. And then there's a boy with a balloon, which we will also talk about later. And the TV here, right there, that this is the year 1983. So this helps us to kind of get a good place in the timeline. This gives us a definitive year. And the game is going just fine until the final night when you get chomped and your brother shoves your head into Fredbear's mouth and you die. Yeah, you just die at the end of the night. And yeah, you hear a flatline at the very end of the game. Now, this game has a couple of endings that we only got one of them in our playthrough on the stream, and I want to talk about both of them. So, in the first one is, and arguably more important, I would say, is the "I will put you back together" ending. So you have all of your plushies who sit over here, and line by line they disappear, and it all ends with the line "I will put you back together." At the very end of that is when you hear the flatline and the child dying. Now, we have another ending, right? So if you beat all nightmare mode, you are treated to this image. There is a box. It is locked, and it says, "Perhaps some things are best left forgotten for now." There is no way to get into the box, and this box, to this day, has never been opened. So, interesting things going on here. So I want to talk briefly about the DLC, though, because we didn't play through the DLC when we did it, and I don't plan on playing through the DLC on the channel just because there's not enough different to where I feel like it's worth the time. So we are going to jump straight into Sister Location tonight. So I hope that's okay, because we're gonna do it anyway. So in the DLC, we're introduced to 5 new characters. We have Nightmare Mangle. We have Jacko Chica, Jacko Bonnie. We have Nightmarion, which Marion, the nightmare version of the marionette, and we have Nightmare Balloon Boy. Now, in the comments, I would love what out of these 5, and I'm going to give you a hint. There is at least the answer is at least one. Do you think are canon or are not canon? And which ones? How many of these 5 are canon? How many are not canon? And which ones? I would love to know what your thoughts are, because it's kind of interesting to analyze, like, because part of this is not canon. Part of the part of the DLC is actually not canon at all. And so, yeah. What you got? What you got in the chat? What you got? How many are canon? How many are not? What do you? I think I've got my my latency turned up quite a bit, so even if you're typing right now, I probably haven't seen it yet. So, but anyway, so these are pretty important characters. You wonder why I thought this game was scary? Well, I mean, this is the scariest game in the series. That is a thing. Bonnie and Mangle are my guesses for canon. Well, actually, all of these are not canon. So none of these are considered canon. They're not canon at all. But Balloon Boy is. Why? That's definitely something interesting to consider, is that only one of these guys is canon and the rest of them are not. So yeah, it was a good guess though. So let's move on. So what now, right? How does this all fit together into one cohesive story? Well, it leaves us with two possibilities. And at least based on FNAF 4, FNAF 4 leaves open the door to a lot of new theories. What if Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't actually... What if the events that are shown didn't actually happen? This is what leads us into the dream theory, and the dream theory is actually quite prominent in the at least it was at this time, the dream prominent theory. And honestly, it still is a little bit. Some people still believe it because there's a little bit of evidence to back it up, but we're going to go through all of it. So now, I do out of the games, we were given a few clues. This during a live stream of theory people who look into the lore. The creator of the game released, the first one is, what is seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. This most likely is this event right here. So in FNAF 4, if you are walking down the hallway at the wrong time, I guess, you see the purpling an employee into a suit. And so you know that the employee is in the Spring Bonnie suit that still works at this time, and he's just helping him in. But this looks like some kid's getting stuffed in a suit to the little boy, and so he thinks somebody's getting killed. So to think about. And in the FNAF 4 minigame, why would the tiny toy Chica be missing her beak? So if you look right here, this is the little playground. Here, I don't know if you can even see it if you're watching on your phone. There's like a tiny little thing, and this is Toy Chica's beak. Why is that important? Why would a broken toy be important? Well, we'll talk about it here in a little bit. And then finally, 4 games. And this leads all into it being a dream, right? So what if all of this stuff didn't happen, right? I love this picture. It took me like 2 hours to make this, so I hope you like it. And it's gone in that long, so worth it? I don't know. So in the FNAF 4 minigame, why would the tiny toy Chica be missing her beak? So a couple of things to think about, right? Toy Chica is the canon name, plastic looking Chica in FNAF 2, right? So that's one thing that's interesting, right? They're plastic, yes, but they're not actually toys though, right? But then the toy in the field missing its beak, just like the animatronic when it comes for you in FNAF 2. This opens up a lot of things. A lot of people just thought that this was just a random thing that Scott decided to do, but no, this is canon. It loses her beak when she comes to get you. Very weird, right? Now let's talk about Mangle, right? The whole premise of Mangle is very weird, right? So we see Mangle in the little girl's room in the house, right? Story behind Mangle is really odd, right? It's a preschool, like, tiny kids tear apart, put back together attraction. If you're a parent near this thing, like, are you really going to be like, oh yeah, that seems like a good idea with all those huge teeth? 2 sets of teeth, mind you. Like, no, that seems like a really bad... So yeah, that whole premise, weird. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then we go into FNAF 1. FNAF 1 now comes into this. Look at the plushies. FNAF 1, the animatronics are not hard plastic. They are soft. They are plush. They are fabric. They are whatever you want to call them. And so are the ones from the original game. Foxy is out of order. It's missing its head. It checks out. And the jumps from when your brother jumps out from behind the TV, just like Foxy does in the first game when he leans in your room. Golden Freddy, just like everywhere else, it's in the show with the other 4. So that places them together, and the ghostly behavior of this guy being able to disappear and reappear whenever he wants, that also checks out with what Golden Freddy does in the games. The phone and the fan, they're in every single office. You get calls and you have a fan, but it's in his room. You then have, these are just a bunch of other things. We have the work conditions, which you're fired for odor, you get paid almost nothing. You have punching tiles on the walls in weird mini games. You've got people being stuffed into suits and your body never being found. There's endoskeletons that walk around while he's been locked in a room, boy, being possibly based on this kid right here that stands outside. You've got the shadow animatronics that are cast on the wall. And the thing that I want to go over, I believe this is the final thing, is how you end each night in the first few games. In the first few games, you end them by hearing what? Game 1 is a grandfather clock. Okay, it's the ding dong thing, right? FNAF 2, same thing. Slightly altered sound, but still the same thing. FNAF 3, same exact sound as FNAF 2. FNAF 4 is an alarm clock. An alarm clock that you would hear when you're at a hospital. Where would you hear a grandfather clock, though? When it's down the hall. Right here. When you're dreaming. This what solidifies the dream theory, right? Is that this kid was asleep in his house, dreaming the events of the first 3. And every night ended with him waking up in the morning to this alarm clock, to this grandfather clock. FNAF 4 takes place... Yeah, FNAF 4 takes place in the hospital room because you have the IV and you have the flowers and all this stuff. We got the IV several times in our playthrough. But there are still a few problems, right? Why are there urban legends, right? Something had to have happened, right? For all these people to be talking about it. The 8-bit minigames are just weird. They don't dream all that much. What did the child actually see? Was it the guy putting the suit on? Is that what it was? The puppet doesn't really fit anywhere nicely, to be honest. Like, I don't have a great way. And it's very detailed, right? For a dream, it's very detailed. So, dream theory. Is it real? Is it not? Let's look at if the events were to happen, what that would look like. So, let's start this music over. There we go. So, if this is real, like we said, the first event has to be the creation of the puppet. So, this happened at Fredbear's Family Diner. It's been closed for a while, but it happens outside the restaurant, and this child becomes the puppet. Cool? Easy. So, Fredbear's then sells the name to Fazbear Entertainment because the murder happened. They don't want to be associated with that. They're done. And so now Fazbear Entertainment has more money to pump into this newly acquired franchise. So, what do? They make a TV show. They make news, right? So they have the Freddy character, the Fredbear character. So now they make a little golden Bonnie suit to go with him, Design the Bear. And they make some plush toys, they make some dolls, they make all kinds of stuff. They go all out on this because it's like going crazy. It's awesome. So then we have to think about what is going on here, right? We hear of an unfortunate event at a sister location, meaning that these two places where the bite happens and FNAF 1, not at the time where we're playing it, but when it originally opened, have to exist at the same time. They both do. And so this is where we're going to get a little crazy. So Purple Guy works for this place, and throughout the tapes of FNAF 3, we're told that someone is taking customers to a back room and the Spring Bonnie suit is being moved when it should not be moved. It all fits right around this time. So around June 26th of 1983, based on the newspapers, 5 children have been killed in a safe room. And why does he get away with it? It's in the safe room. There's no cameras. They can't prove it. It doesn't work. So next, the crying child witnesses at least one of the murders. That's what he saw. He practically lives at the restaurant. He's there all the time. He's scared of the suits, but he loves the plushies, right? He knows that the children were stuffed in the suits. These are kids that he knew. These are his friends. When you walk over them in the original game, it says, "These are my friends." It might be a little more literal than what it puts on. So next, the unfortunate incident happens when the child gets bit. This is not the bite of 87. Instead, this happens in 1983, like what was in the TV. So this causes all suits to not be allowed to... This causes all Springlock suits to be retired. You cannot use Springlock suits anymore. They're done. And so there are these suits in the building, but they get moved to the safe room of the FNAF 1 location. All right, so enter the puppet. The puppet now decides, you know what? These kids have been getting killed. It's time to save them. And so the puppet comes in and wants to save their lives and starts putting their souls inside these animatronics, giving them life. So it gives gifts, gives life, and eventually helps them to get rest. However, not before some other things happen. The animatronics are retired due to them smelling like death, and the safe rooms are sealed. This is after the purple guy frees them from their suits, and they get him killed. And so now we get to... now you're saying I thought you said FNAF 1 comes after FNAF 2. It does. We visit FNAF 1, that location closes, then we go to FNAF 2. Then we're gonna come back to it later. So just stay with me. So FNAF 2, they go to a bigger location. They have new animatronics that are based on their plastic toys that they've been making already for a while. They are allowed to free roam, and they have criminal database facial recognition. They already know that murders have happened at this first location. Those kids were killed at the first location that were given life. So they are trying to prevent that from happening again, while the purple guy works as a night guard. He works as a day shift guard, actually. So the Save Them minigame shows that 5 more are killed by the purple guy, who is the day shift guard, and they go on to possess Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, and Balloon Boy. That fits. That's 5 right there, and these are all things that are trying to kill you. It even is supported by one of the calls. The characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive toward the staff. They interact with the kids fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare. This explains why the children's souls would already boots. They were killed by an adult, so they are now angry at adults, but not children, obviously, because they were children. They don't have any kind of hatred towards fellow children. So the location is set to close after Saturday's birthday in the wake of all of the stuff that's going on, and the spirits are angry and want to kill the purple guy, who is the day shift guard, and so they kill the day shift guard. However, they do this on Saturday. This is when Jeremy takes the place of the purple guy. Purple guy splits and runs and is gone. And so they kill Jeremy Fitzgerald. One of them does. And he is the victim of the Bite of 87. So, the crying child is not the Bite of 87 victim. It is Jeremy Fitzgerald. So, important that the paychecks are made out to 2 different people and that somebody switches to the day shift. That way we know who it was. So, very intentional detail. So, that location closes and the animatronics are no longer allowed to walk around during the day because this happened in broad daylight. They just attacked somebody and bit off his frontal lobe. And so now they move back to the original location with the original animatronics. The puppet reawakens the spirits to kill the phone guy, who is now working the night shift. So the phone guy who records the messages, so keep in mind the messages that you hear during the games are recorded. They are not taking place. He's not physically calling you. They're just messages that you're playing. So this happened before you got there. So know that this takes place actually in the early 90s. And so that's something pretty interesting to think about. But so they kill the phone guy, who is the night guard, and then you take over. Now, the location then closes by the end of the year because too many people are freaked out by what has happened. And the purple guy returns at the very end to dismantle the suits, and the souls are released, and he's nearly killed by the Golden Bonnie suit. He's sealed in the back room, and the souls are put to rest. That purple guy is reawakened at Fazbear Fright, and the puppet returns to burn the building to the ground. But he survived. He still survived the fire. And so he lives on. And that is your story, right? That is what do you think? What do you think? Did it happen? Was it a dream? Which one makes more sense, right? Because it's very convoluted either way, and neither side is necessarily perfect. But I do think that, ways of explaining almost everything on both sides. So it's definitely legitimate to think either way. So I want to see what y'all are thinking in the comments down below. Let me know. But yeah, this was a tough one though. When FNAF 4 came out, it was not only crazy as far as how scary the game was, but it was also insane as far as the ramifications of the lore of, is the dream theory real? Did all of this stuff not actually happen? Because we know that the FNAF 4 animatronics that are trying to kill you are not real. They're called nightmares. They're not real, right? They're based on something, but you're not actually necessarily in danger of dying from in real life, right? And then just because it's all a dream is so overdone and easy. Now, that's the problem. And so I'm glad you said that, because that's actually an important thing. On the Steam page for FNAF 4, right after it came out, Scott said, in reference to the box that I showed you, he said, "What's in the box?" I've heard that it's loosely based on IRL mass murder. Yes, that is true, actually. It is loosely based on real events. But what do I think about that? Yes, that is actually true, that it is on a string of murders. It was like 4 or 5 adults were killed within the walls of it, I think. I don't know all of the details on it, but yes, that is true. But as far as the dream theory being like overdone and that sort of thing, on Steam, the creator said, "What's in the box? It's all the pieces put together, but I don't know if the community would accept it that way." And that's the whole point, right? Is typically a cop-out. It's the easy way out, right? Because then you can literally explain away anything in a dream theory. You can make literally anything happen and it's fine. And so the line of, but would the community accept it that way? Because the community for Five Nights at Freddy's is enormous. And they are very committed to this series. And so for this to happen, for him to come out with something like this that says, would the community accept it? That's kind of a big deal, right? If that has been confirmed, I don't think making a dream based on IRL event and making it all a dream doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, I mean, it is based on a real life event. That is true. But like at the same time, not a lot of people were really familiar with the real life murders, I guess. And so, and it's ultimately just a storytelling trope. So, I don't know. Yeah. So, what could be in the box that immediately says dream, though? That's true. There are a few things that could be in the box, and I think that it could lead to it could lead with something having to do with FNAF 4 and the child, having to do with like things that he has. Sorry, making wait a box that immediately says dream though. This says game though. Yeah, I mean, it is a little weird what would be in the box, and as we move on, I think the box has been almost used a couple of times, but we've never actually, the box has never been opened, so we don't actually know what is in the box specifically. But it could be a couple of things, you know. It could be that the badge that's on the purple guy in all of the things, you could have like a badge, like a night guard badge. You could have, and just say like the crying child's dad is a night guard, why he's at the restaurant so much. You know, it could be a few things that could be in there, but yeah, so make sure to leave a like for all that theorizing. But before we move on to Sister Location, you know, obviously you guys know that there is another game. There's another few games after this. And so before we get into the next game, I want to discuss some things that happened outside of the games, primarily the book FNAF World, both of which came out in between the time that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 came out and Sister Location, and they have some pertinent dumbed down version of what happens in the book. So we're introduced to a couple of characters, we're introduced to a lot, but we meet Henry something last name, and then William Afton. Now, Henry's the father of the main character, Charlie, and he creates the animatronics, and Afton is in charge of the business side. He's the accountant. He does all of that good stuff. And we learn that William Afton is he's the one who kills the children and takes the suits and all that stuff. So we meet the purple guy in the book, which is kind of a big deal, right? And the first victim is actually Henry's son named Sammy. And then there, of course, are 4 other children that we meet in the and those people all get killed as well. Henry then kills himself out of guilt of losing his son by allowing an animatronic to kill him, which is very interesting, right? That doesn't really, we didn't really know what was going on because it's not one that we've seen before. The book makes it clear that it's not one that we've seen before, but we don't know who it is. We don't know which animatronic it is. Well, in FNAF World, we learn who it is. If you beat the final boss in FNAF World, you are treated to this screen right here of a guy sitting at a desk, and he turns back and looks at you and says, "I've messed it all up, and she's coming. I can't turn her off. Her name is Baby." The lights go out. We see these glowing eyes. We turn back, and he's face down on his desk with blood all over the place. At the beginning of it, we see the same glowing eyes, and wouldn't you know it, it says, "I will put you back together." So, Baby seems to be a pretty important character, and that leads us into Five Nights at Freddy's Location. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my little presentation here. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's fine. So what we're going to do is back onto the intro screen. I'm going to load up Sister Location, and we are going to get right into it. So I'll be back in 1 second.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state-of-the-art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some light on those.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
There you go. Mr. Afton. Confirmed to be a part of Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Which is definitely interesting, right? So next become a very important part of the canon in helping us to understand what is going on in these stories. I'm going to turn that down just. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Start us up a new game. I don't want to keep y'all waiting because
Why won't you let me play with her?
because I don't. I think we've done enough time on that intro. I was really hoping that would only come minutes.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career. Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad and screws, bolts, and hairpins, or if this is the result of, we welcome you. I will be your personal guide to help you get started.
Thank
I'm
you.
a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System, but you can call me Hand Unit.
Thank
Your
you.
new career promises challenge, intrigue, and endless janitorial opportunities.
Yay!
Please enter your name as seen above the keypad.
Oh, okay.
This cannot be changed later, so please be careful.
Okay. M-I-K-E-O.
It seems that you had some trouble with the
Oh,
keypad.
no.
See what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
Thank you.
One moment. Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's. I mean, I guess it is now, but thanks. But yeah, so in case I didn't tell you, which I didn't, this game is fully voiced. There is a lot more, I guess, production value within this game than in the past. So there are all of these characters to us, and it's going to be that much more creepy and scary.
You
so
can now open the elevator using that bright, red, and obvious button.
thank you.
Let's get to work.
Okay, so let's crawl in this vent.
Allow me to fill this somewhat frightening silence with some light-hearted banter.
Okay.
Due to the massive success, or so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment.
I see.
Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day. And it's your job to get the robots back in proper working order before the morning. You are now in the primary control module. It's
Okay.
actually a crawl space between the two front showrooms.
I see that.
Now, let's get started with your daily tasks. View the window to your left. This is the Ballora Gallery Party Room and Dance Studio,
Okay.
encouraging kids to get fit and enjoy pizza. Let's turn on the light. Ballora is on stage. Press the blue button on the elevated keypad to your left.
That seems Bizarre Crazy Fazbear Reborn. Hello. Well, that's the best name ever. Yeah, so Ballora's not on her stage.
Uh-oh.
What'd she
It
do?
looks like Ballora doesn't feel like...
Well-
Let's give her some motivation. Press the red button now to
What?
administer a controlled shock.
I don't
Maybe
thi-
that will put the spring back in her
Well-
step.
I don't think I want to make her I don't like that.
Let's check the light again.
I'm gonna make her mad. Oh, there she is. Hi.
Excellent.
I'm sorry.
Ballora is feeling like her old self again and will be ready to perform again tomorrow.
Okay.
Now view the window to your right. This is the Funtime Auditorium, where Funtime Foxy encourages kids to play and share. Try the light.
Okay.
Let's see what Funtime Foxy is up to.
You have 2 lore questions? Alright, go for it, and so then we'll see. Oh, no, not on the stage.
Looks like Funtime
don't-
Foxy is taking the day off.
This is not
Let's
good.
motivate Funtime Foxy
No.
with a controlled shock.
No. I don't like this. No. Okay, she's...
Let's try
Leave her alone.
another controlled shock.
a fan game maker? That's still cool. That's still awesome. Okay, she's there. Leave her alone.
Funtime Foxy is in perfect working order. Great job. In front of you is another vent shaft.
Uh-huh.
Crawl through it to reach the Circus Gallery control module.
Oop, I guess we're meeting baby.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
It's me. It's me.
On the other side is Circus Baby's auditorium.
Okay.
Let's check the light and see what Baby is up to.
What you doing? Oh, she's not there.
Looks like a few of the lights are out, but we
Yeah.
can fix that later.
Oh.
Let's encourage Baby to cheer up with a controlled shock.
I don't like this. This seems like a bad idea. Where is she? Oh, she's not there.
Let's try another controlled shock.
Can I go home now? I don't like this. She's gonna kill me. Nope, still not there.
Let's try another controlled shock.
This is not a good idea. This is a good idea.
Great job, Circus Baby. We knew we could count on you.
What?
That concludes your duties for your first night on the job.
She wasn't
We
there.
don't want you to leave otherwise. You might not come back. Please leave using the vent behind you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Oh, okay. What is that?
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
I want out. I'm done. I want out. Okay, well, that was easy. Night 1. Very good. Let's do it. All right. And possibly for the best
Another
between
day,
night thing.
another dramatic entry in the lives of distressed mistress. Where will they go? What will they do? All of that and more happening now.
Oh, no.
Clara, I tell you, the baby isn't mine.
Count, I tell you that it is. You're the only vampire I've ever loved. And the baby turns his bottles into powdered milk.
That doesn't mean anything.
He sleeps on the ceiling fan.
Upright
This is
or
just
upside
so good.
down.
What does it matter? You need to be life.
I'm an old man, Clara. I can't be a father.
Well, then at least pay your child support, you deadbeat.
Will distressed mistress find common ground?
I eat when I'm
Tune in
upset.
next time.
So, yeah, this is what we get to be treated to between every night, so.
Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
Reasons?
Welcome back for another night of intellectual stimulation, pivotal career choices, and action on past mistakes. We're committed to creating a unique and fulfilling work experience. One part of that commitment is ensuring that you don't get tired of the voice that you're hearing right now.
Okay.
Using the keypad below,
I'm not-
it seems
I'm
that
not
you
even-
had some trouble with
not
the
even gonna
keypad.
try.
I see what you were trying to
Not even gonna
type,
try.
and I will autocorrect.
Thank you.
Thank you for choosing Angsty Teen.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. Let's see. So I've heard that the animatronics are possessed. Then I've heard that they're stuffed with bodies. And it's actually people running around. No, they're stuffed with bodies of the children on to possess them. So they're haunted, possessed, stuffed with bodies, but it's the bodies of the children, not of like adults running around. If that makes any sense.
The elevator stopped. You know the routine. You can get up now or whatever. Stay here if you want.
That's
So,
quite
funny
angsty.
story. A dead body was found in this vent once.
Oh, great.
Okay, so not that funny, but
Yeah.
it's a story.
Thank you. That's exactly right now.
Okay, let's start with your nightly chores.
Yay.
You should check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage, but whatever.
Where you at? Oh.
Huh. I guess Ballora has better things to do. Let's zap her. That should be fun.
I don't think this is a good idea. She's gonna be mad at me. I shouldn't have shocked her. I shouldn't have shocked her.
Let's check on Funtime Foxy.
What
Make
just
sure
happened?
He's ready for showtime tomorrow.
Great.
Well,
Great. Great.
great.
There seems to have been a problem with the voice synthesizer.
Yeah, I see that.
Default settings have been restored.
Thank you.
Please proceed through the vent ahead of you, baby's auditorium.
Okay. There's still questions asked by the game that aren't solved by the dream. True.
Circus gallery vent.
And that is one thing, is this story does get kind of convoluted.
Circus Baby had a busy day today.
Yay.
Let's check the light and in proper working order.
Yeah, so the lore does get convoluted either way that you look at it. So, oh, what's up, Houston? What's up, dude?
Oh, Circus Baby, we aren't here to play hide and seek. Let's encourage baby to come out of hiding with a controlled shock.
Thank you. Ooh, okay, she broke it.
Let's try another controlled shock.
It's not working.
There seems to be a function that is affecting our ability to properly motivate baby.
Uh-huh.
Please stand by while I reboot the system.
You're leaving.
I will be offline momentarily during this process. Various other systems may be offline as well, such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen. Commencing system restart.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
There's people here.
Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Great.
Ballora Gallery maintenance vent opened.
I don't like this.
I don't recognize you. You
Hi.
are new.
Yeah.
I remember this scenario. However, it's a strange thing to want to do, to come here. I'm curious what lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this.
Trust me, I don't want to be here.
Maybe curiosity?
Maybe because
Ignorance.
I'm broke.
There is a space under the desk. Someone before you crafted it into
Okay.
a hiding place.
Let me in.
And it worked for him.
Let me in.
And that you hurry though.
Yep. I need in.
You
Let me
will
in.
be safe there.
Let me in.
Just try not to make eye contact.
Eye contact.
It will be over. They will lose interest.
Let me in. Go. Let me in there. Okay, cool. Let me in there. Oh, grab. And this seems like a pretty sketchy safeguard. They're here. They're here. I don't know what's here. It's here. Where are you? Nope. Nope. Ah. Nope. I'm new. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ah. They're breaking it. Ah, they're looking at me. No. No. Go away. No. Nope. 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 I'm gonna hold it. Nope. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. No. Leave me alone. Go away. Don't you do this to me. Yep.
You will die.
Great.
Ballora will not return to her stage anymore. She will catch you.
Uh-huh.
The power will be restored shortly. When you crawl through Ballora Gallery, go slowly. She cannot see you and can only listen for your movement.
Great.
When you hear her music become louder, she is growing near, listening for you.
Okay.
Wait and be still.
Thank you for your patience. It seems that the power system cannot be restarted automatically.
Right.
You will need to restart the power system manually.
Lovely.
Please return to the primary control module.
Okay. This seems like a bad idea. Like, where did all those little guys go?
You will now be required to crawl through the Ballora Gallery using the vent to your left to reach the breaker room. Recommended that you stay low to the ground and reach the other side as fast as possible as to not disturb Ballora.
No.
I will deactivate myself momentarily as to not create an auditory disturbance.
Thank you.
Deactivating.
Ballora Gallery maintenance vent open.
This all just seems like a bad idea. Nope. Nope. I hear you. Ooh, she's getting louder. Oh no. closer. Okay.
It seems you are taking a long time.
Yeah.
Please proceed as quickly and as quietly as possible.
She knows I'm here now. Thanks a lot. Oh, hi. Hi. Well, that's terrifying. Sounds too close. She's over there. I really don't want to die. She keeps getting close to me. Be in the door. Nope, 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 nope. Let me in the door. Let me in the door. Door. Please, please let me in the door. Please. I really don't want to die here. Just like this literal last second. Please.
Motion trigger breaker room.
No.
You face with
Hi,
the breaker
Freddy.
control box.
Hi, Freddy.
Using the interface may disrupt nearby electronics.
Uh-huh.
If you feel you are in danger, feel free to disconnect the interface temporarily until it is safe to reconnect.
Okay. You're at? Okay, we're good. You moved. You moved. Nope. Okay, no. No. Hi. Did you move? Did he move? No. So, now, it's map. No.
Calm down and go back to sleep.
Nope.
No one is here.
No one's here. Go back. Go back. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, if you look down here at observation 1 and observation, you notice what they are. They are actually
Go back to your stage. It's okay.
They're actually locations from FNAF 4. They are part of the house. They're actually part of the house. So you see on the left-hand side, you've got the walk from the pizzeria over to the house. Left. Down here is the Fun with Plush trap. And then right here is like where you play in the main part. That's the actual bedroom. So
Calm down. I think it was just a mouse.
there's a mouse. Not a human. Not a human. Not a human. Nope. There you go. Nope. He's literally standing on my toe. On my toe. No, I'm not. I'm not here. Go. No.
It's bedtime.
You're on.
To our stage.
No. Over there. Alright. Elevators. Please, 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 please. Hi. Where'd he go?
You must be hearing things, silly.
Yeah. You're silly. I'm not here. No one's here.
Calm
Back up.
Go back to sleep. No one is here.
No. I'm not. It's not my birthday. Hi. No. Get back over there.
Everything is okay.
Hi.
Great job.
Got it.
This completes your tasks. Please proceed back through the Ballora
I'm out.
gallery with care, and
I'm
we'll
out.
see you back here tomorrow.
Okay. Just let me go. Let me out.
Is someone there?
No. No one's here. No one's here. I'm not here. Please. I'm not here. Leave me alone. Please. I just need some money. I just need the money.
I can hear someone creeping through my room.
It's not. No. There's no one here. There's no one here. Promise. I promise.
Perhaps not.
There's no one here. Please. I just need him. I just need money. I just need money. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy some time at home. I plan to.
As the sun sets, so also does another chapter in the saga of love lost between Vlad and his distressed mistress. Can they be? Can their love rise again? That and more happening now.
Clara, the baby isn't mine.
Yes, it is.
It is Vlad. They had trouble catching him in the nursery today.
So what? Lots of kids get hyper and run around and stuff.
They had to knock him out of the air with a broom.
That seems violent.
I have to go.
They're going to dock your paychecks.
They can't do that. I'm a vampire. I don't get paychecks.
Oh, that's helpful.
Graveyard shift at the Fry Me Taco. Don't lie to me.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, no.
When will the heartbreak end?
Oh,
when
no.
will these two ship the night rekindle their long-lost love?
Oh, no.
Tune in tomorrow to find out.
Oh, no. Well, I'll be here tomorrow. Got nothing better to do.
Daddy just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny.
Please.
Didn't you make her just for me?
Welcome back to another pivotal night of your thriving new career, where you get to really ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? What would my friends say?
Before we get into this, I can't actually see the chat. So I need to restart this. So we're going to jump back in. And I can't reset it from within the game, so we're going to keep going. And hopefully I can actually see the chat now.
Let me go play with her.
No.
She's so pretty and shiny.
No.
Didn't you make her just for me?
Probably.
Welcome back to another pivotal night of your thriving new career, where you get to really ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? Say, and most importantly, will I ever see my family again?
Oh, that's good.
We understand the stresses of a new job, and we're here for you. To help you reach a more stable frame of mind, we offer several musical selections to help make this elevator ride as relaxing and therapeutic as possible.
Oh, that's
We
nice.
offer contemporary jazz, rainforest ambiance, as well as a wide selection of other choices. Using the keypad below, please type the first few letters of the musical selection you would prefer. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad.
Yeah.
I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
Okay.
Thank you for selecting bongos.
That is what I needed.
Now that your elevator experience has been customized to your needs
This
and
is
you're
what I needed.
thoroughly relaxed, it's worth mentioning that due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount.
Why?
Please enjoy the rest of your descent.
What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. I did what you asked. Those are nice though. I like the bongos. Can I just have the bongos for tonight? Please? I like the bongos.
Due to unforeseen from today's shows, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform.
Oh, good.
It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow weeks for recovery and physical therapy.
What?
You will need to reach the parts and service room on the other side of Funtime Auditorium to perform the procedure yourself. Let's check on Ballora first and make sure she's on her stage.
Okay.
Great. It looks like everything is at Ballora Gallery.
No.
Let's check on Funtime Foxy. It's important to make sure she's on her stage before entering.
She's not there.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium.
No.
There is no need to check on Baby tonight. Please refrain from entering unauthorized. Proceed directly to Funtime Auditorium.
That makes me want to enter it. We're going. We're doing it for the lore. For the lore.
Circus gallery vent.
Let's go. Let me in there. Close this puppy up here. Yeah.
Did you know that I was on stage once?
No.
It wasn't for very long. Only one day.
Oh.
What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though, but children would run in and out. Some were afraid of me. Others enjoyed my songs. Music was all from somewhere else, down a hall. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. I was acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then none. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. I was covered in glitter.
Yay.
I smelled like birthday cake.
Great.
There were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4. I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream.
That's nice.
Although I only did it once.
Oh.
There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1.
Oh.
A little girl, standing by herself. I was no longer myself.
Oh.
And I stopped singing.
Great.
My stomach opened, and there was ice cream.
Oh.
I couldn't move, at least not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Happen?
There's your lore. There's your lore. That is a very important event.
Circus gallery vent.
That is very important. Alright.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent open.
This night sucks.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided...
Oh, we got the minigame. Shift. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can do this first try. him. Get this. It's been so long game. Okay, get those. Woo, there we go. Okay, we're gonna grab this. We're gonna run this way. The controls of this are so odd. Move on. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. Now, I want you to notice that baby's eyes are blue. This is quite important, actually. No, no. I don't think I could have made it anyway. I think I was too slow. Oh, come on, live stream. You like the aesthetic of this one? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now I can see. Now I can see this. Now I can see the comments. Very good. But yeah, so that is our death minigame. And we get it random, and it's important that I try to win.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated.
So hard.
For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible.
This part's really tough. Oh, I got it twice in a row. Let's go. Okay. But yeah, showed you is the right one. So you want to skip the blue. And this is not the optimal path, obviously. Running around the kid and then coming back. Whatever. Okay, then grab this. Get up here. Shoot that twice. Skip this. Get that. The timer on this is very, very tight. So I mean, you've got to get it. You've got to get it right. I mean, wasting time on this, as far as like getting that kid right there, is probably not going to be good. Okay, got them. Turn around. Come on, come on. But yeah, her eyes are blue, but in everything else, even that pop vinyl I just showed you, her eyes are green. Something to think about. Okay, got that. Grab this, and then I have to run back to the beginning. I'm trying to get all of this in one go without like necessarily explaining it, just because if I would, it would take a lot longer to finish the playthrough. So I'm trying to finish. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Come on. I don't think I can make it in that time. What? Are you serious? No. Sticky keys, no. No.
Freddy Monitorium maintenance vent open.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. It's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her.
Yep.
You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Why? Press the flash beacon and she's right there. Oh. I could have sworn that this was it was random to get this. But I've gotten it literally every time. Well, we're gonna jump over that. Go over here. I'm gonna try to do better on time this time, so that I'm not, like, rushing toward the end. Very nice. Good. Okay. No! Missing the simplest of jumps. Okay, we're at 31 seconds. That seems slow. That seems a little too slow. Come on. Come on. Okay, kids. Are you... Come on. I think I was too slow anyway, but that didn't help. Of course. Sticky keys. No. No. Come on. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. No. No. It was worth a shot. Worth a try.
Freddy animatronics maintenance vent open.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Okay, it's right there. Don't move. Gotta be a little more patient. Usually what I do that normally works is... Ooh, no, 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 no. No, no. Not moving. Not moving. Wait. Is I'll flash, and then I'll, like, run for a while, and then hold on. Just wait. Oh, I got it. Cool. Third try's not too bad. Third or fourth
Motion
try.
trigger, parts and service.
Okay.
Great parts and service.
Great.
It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier.
Yeah.
The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw.
Oh.
To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates.
Okay.
You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important size and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
Okay.
Great. Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it.
Yep. Done.
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye. Good job. The faceplates should now be open. Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw.
Wait, where? Right there? Oh.
Excellent.
That didn't
The
look
chest
like a
cavity
button.
should now be open.
Yeah, it is.
Remove the power module from the chest cavity. Great work. You
Ah.
will now be required to remove the secondary power module from the Bonnie hand puppet. Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Where is he? The puppet's still. Where is he? Where's this puppet? Seriously, where are you? Ready? Ready? Ninja skills. Ninja skills. Ready? 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 Boom! Look at that first try.
You have power modules.
First try.
This completes your tasks for the night. Please exit the building through Funtime Auditorium, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Okay, bye. Oh, not this again. Oh, no. Nope. Moving. I hear him moving. Sorry. Ooh, you moved really early that time. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Daddy, she can make balloons.
Except that one was scripted.
Have you seen her make balloons? Daddy, let me go to her.
Yeah, that jump scare is scripted. You have to get it. Now, the worst night of the game.
Shh, be still.
Sorry.
And quiet. You've been sleeping for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think they noticed that you never left the building last night.
Oh, good.
The cameras were searching for you. Couldn't find you.
Great.
I have you hidden too well.
Oh, that's nice.
I kidnapped you.
Not a fan. Nope. 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 Not a fan. Nope. 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 Not a fan.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you.
I don't believe you.
I am only going to keep you for a little while.
Why?
Try not to wiggle, though.
Wiggle!
You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria.
Great.
I don't think it was ever used. At least not the way it was meant to be used.
Excuse me.
Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside.
Great.
But just big. You're in the scooping room.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you know why they call it the scoop? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious. Isn't that a fun name for something?
No.
The scooper. It sounds like something you would use for ice cream, custard, or
yeah.
sprinkles.
Kind of.
It sounds like something you would want at your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping pour of every good thing. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pint of ice cream feels. Oh. Uh-oh. It sounds like someone else is in the building. Shh.
Baby in here smacks, I'll tell you.
Okay, bring her over. Forward. More. Okay, stop.
Stop.
Set her down.
Okay. Okay.
What happened to it this time? Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It's always the same kind of hardware malfunction. Well, hey, I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes, and this place gives me the creeps. Can we just get this over with? It's all. We don't have to be here for it. Just get her on the rollers, and we can go.
So loud. Hi. It's Ballora. It's Ballora. It's Ballora.
There's something very that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe?
No.
Pretend to be one way when you are really the other. It's very important. Ballora never learns. But I do.
Good.
They think they're wrong on the inside.
Okay.
The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
Oh, well, that's good. That's great. Bye, Ballora. Bye.
I'll open the faceplates for you.
Thank you.
That way they can find you on the cameras.
Hi.
Now all you have to do is wait.
Oh, okay.
I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up.
Great.
Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them to get too loose.
No, I don't.
Trust me.
So this night is historically like one of the hardest nights in Five Nights at Freddy's history, actually. So it's 3 minutes that you have to last in this. And it used to be almost impossible. But the creator went in and actually made this significantly easier because it was just like an absolute nightmare. But it honestly used to be absolutely ridiculous because I played it before it got patched. And it's almost impossible. But yeah, see, these guys are climbing all over us. It's pretty not great. I'm not a fan of all these guys in my suit. But yeah, every time I wiggle to knock those guys off, it moves a little bit farther. Yeah, normally by this point I would already be dead. Like if it was the old version, like they would all be like the way dislodged. Like you can it was a huge difference that the update made. So knock them off. And so the whole strat there is, so there's one on each side and you can knock them both. And so you just are able to do that with minimal wiggling. Because otherwise you would have to wiggle once to get rid of it, twice to get rid of the other one. So now is where everything starts to fall apart though. Is these spring locks start getting real low. just in time. Yeah, so now it starts getting kind of scary.
Trust me.
Everything literally starts breaking on you at once. And then you just kind of die. This one's about gone. Yeah, this is where it all kind of falls apart. That second one never showed up. Dang. The stream seems to be struggling. I'm gonna... What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it. Okay, well. And everything decides to break. Yay! Okay, I need location. End for now. Stop. Play. Come back. There we go.
Daddy, she can make balloons. Have you seen her? Oh, Daddy,
It's
let
very
me
impressive.
go to her.
It's very impressive.
Shh, be still and quiet.
Okay.
You've been sleeping for quite a while. I think they noticed that you never left the building last night. The camera for you, but they couldn't find you. I have you hidden too well.
Great.
I kidnapped you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I am only going to keep you for a little while.
Great.
Try not to wiggle, though.
Wiggle.
You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria.
Okay.
I don't think it was ever used. At least not the way it was meant to be. Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but barely.
Just barely.
You're in the scooping room.
Good.
Do you
Nice.
know why the scooping room?
Nope.
It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper.
Ah,
I
checks out.
thought that would be obvious.
That checks out.
Isn't that a fun name for something?
No.
The scooper. It sounds like something for ice cream, or custard, or sprinkles. It sounds like something you would want at your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping portion of every good thing. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pipe feels anything at all.
It's probably true.
Uh-oh. It sounds like someone else is in the building. Shh.
Okay, bring her over. Forward. One. More. Okay, stop.
Select monologue.
Watch the step. What happened to it this time? Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the same, man. Some kind of hardware malfunction. Well, hey, I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes. And this
Well, then maybe you should have planned your time better.
It's all automated. We don't have to be here for it. Just get her on the rollers and we can go.
Okay. It's so loud. Hi, Ballora. Hi, Ballora. Dink, 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 dink. Dink, dink. Yep. Oh, okay. Come on.
There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
How to...
That's good.
Do you ever play make-believe?
Nope.
Pretend to be one way when you are really the other. It's very important. Ballora never learns. But I do.
That's not...
They think there is something wrong on the inside. The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
Okay, well that's good. That's great. Love it.
I'll open the faceplates for you.
Thank you.
That way they can find you on the cameras.
Hi, Ballora.
Now all you have to do is wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up.
Great.
Your breathing are causing them to come loose. You don't want them to get too loose.
Nope.
Trust me.
Why does this night have to be so difficult? On 3 minutes. This night is 3 minutes long, and it feels like it's about 3 years. One. Come on, come on, come on. Stay wound up. Missed one. All these guys are just crawling in the suit, which is not fun. Okay, you're there, but there's not one over here yet. Oh, hi. Okay, got those two. Come on, Night 4. Alright, where at? There you are. I think I about missed that one. I think I almost made it. But I'm trying to wait as long as possible on each of them. This part's really hard. we're starting to get into the real difficult part of it now, because the locks just move faster and faster as the night goes on. Either I missed one on the right or one of them sprung on the right side. Night 4. Come on, night. Get me out.
I'll open the face to you. That way they can find you on the cameras.
They need to find me faster.
Now all you have to do is wait. I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up.
Probably a good idea.
Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. You don't want them to get too loose. Trust me.
Come on. That one. Let's come on. Just stay wound up. How about that? How about my character just stops breathing, heart and the heart just stop beating for just 3 minutes. That's all I need. And then just start right back up. That's the thing. Is just stop my heart and breathing for 3 minutes. I think we can do that. Okay, alright, come on. You just everybody come on in the suit. It's fine. Everybody can fit in here, I guess. I mean, she did say that literally only I can fit in this suit, but seem to be fitting in just fine. They seem to be doing just fine. Alright, get those guys out of here. Come on, come on. This night really does feel like an eternity. Like, it's just the longest 3 minutes of your life. Come on. Get up there, get up there. Come on. I really hope there's not somebody climbing on the left side. Oh, there's somebody over here on the right. No. No, there's another one. We're not gonna win it. We got it. Oh. I was literally within like 3 seconds of losing that one. Night 4 is ridiculous, and that's easy mode. That
As
is.
the moon rises, so also rises the tension between scorn lovers.
The tension.
Clara, it's not my baby.
Yes, it is.
Vlad, you suck.
Wait, was that a vampire joke?
Yes.
That was so lame, Clara. Like I haven't heard that a million times.
Okay, well, how's this? I'm taking the car.
The joke's on you. It's a rental.
Well, the joke's on you. I set the thermostat to 90 before I left.
Good. I like it warm.
Good, because I also set the house on fire.
How will it all end? The passion, the tension, the intrigue. Tune in tomorrow for the exciting conclusion.
Oh, the conclusion. The exciting conclusion.
Daddy isn't watching.
Welcome back to your last day on the job.
Thank you.
That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fear.
How did you know? The exotic butters are
Please be aware that there
everything.
are still 2 technicians.
Oh.
Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
Okay, can do. Hey, I can do that. Okay, I can tell them to go home. Can I be told to go home? Because this is kind of not great. Like, at all. Let me out. Let me out. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Motion
Let's go.
trigger. Entryway vent.
Yeah. Alright, what are we doing?
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
She's not. Oh.
Great. Now let's check on Funtime Foxy.
Great. No, not great.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium.
No.
Your task today will involve more maintenance work.
Uh-huh.
Circus Baby had a rough day and is
Great.
in need of repair.
Sure.
You will be required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium.
Great.
As always, please proceed with caution.
Okay.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent open.
Okay. I'm just gonna make a run for it. Ah! I'm making a run for it. Let's go! Let's go! Alright, we got it. Very good. Very good.
Motion
Baby.
in service.
Hi.
Great job reaching parts and service.
Thank you.
Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason.
Oh.
It's your job to make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
Okay, bye.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm pretending. Remember how I said I could pretend? The cameras are watching. I must be careful not to move. Something bad happened yesterday. Something bad always happens. I don't want it to happen again.
That is... I gotta be...
There is something bad inside of me. Broken.
Oh.
I can't be fixed.
No.
I'm going to be taken to the scooping room soon. But it's not going to fix what's wrong with me.
You see all this back here? I don't like that.
What is bad is always left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Will you help me?
You see these wires moving?
To save what is good, so the rest can be destroyed and never recovered.
Okay.
But you must be careful. Both here. In the room with us.
Yeah, she's right there.
Ballora will not return to her stage.
Great.
Ballora will not return to her. You must be careful. You must remain calm.
No.
And listen to my voice.
What you got?
There is a button on my cheek. You must find it and press it.
Where? There. Okay.
There is a passcode that you must enter before you can.
Okay.
Enter the code carefully.
Okay.
8, 9,
9,
6,
6,
4,
4,
3,
3,
8,
8,
1,
1,
2.
2.
Good.
Oh.
A hatch should have opened. Take the card that you find inside. Now
thank
you
you.
must turn back. I will guide you through Funtime Auditorium so you can reach the scooping room.
Okay.
When you are there, I want you to destroy this body.
Okay.
Put the card into your handheld device, and I can continue to speak to you. Now, press the green button to your left. This will send me to the scooping room.
Okay, bye. Or I see you. I see you in the dark. I don't.
You must follow my instructions in Funtime Auditorium.
Okay.
Ballora is going to follow you.
Okay.
She will try to catch you.
Yeah.
I will help you avoid her.
Okay.
She will not follow you inside the scooping room. She is afraid.
Shit.
Go back now.
Okay.
Go forward.
Okay.
Stop. Go forward and left. Keep going.
Okay. I'm going.
Stop.
Sorry.
Be silent. Go forward and left.
Okay. I'm going.
Stop.
Quietly.
Go forward. You are almost there.
I'm almost there. Let me in.
Stop.
Sorry.
She is right in front of you.
Great.
Don't move.
Wasn't planning on it. Wasn't planning on
He
it.
is here to help, Ballora.
Mm-hmm.
He is not here to hurt us.
I'm friend. I am friend.
Ballora. He is here to help us.
I am friend.
Go forward again. Ballora is...
Okay.
She is afraid of the scooping room.
I mean,
She will not follow you.
I feel like I should be too. Maybe. Yep.
Warning, you've entered a highly dangerous area. You have entered from Maintenance Hatch 1B, reserved for cleaning and repair of the scooper. Entering this side of the room is strictly prohibited by unauthorized personnel.
Mm-hmm.
In the scooping room now.
Great.
Funtime Foxy has already been here today.
Yep, see that.
Funtime Freddy has already been here today.
That too.
Ballora has already been here today.
Yep. Oh, hi.
Circus Baby has already been here today.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out before.
Uh-huh.
But they always put me back.
Well, yeah, looking like
They
that.
always put us back inside.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for us to hide here.
Yeah.
There is nowhere to go.
I see that.
When we look like this.
Yep.
But if we looked like you, then we could hide.
No.
If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go.
I don't like this.
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
No. I got scooped. There you go. That's your true ending.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch a show too. I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where did the other children go?
There you go. Yay. We got scooped. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And here we go. It's my eyes. There we go. Roll credits. That it's Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. So, yeah, that is the main part, I guess, as what we would say. That is how it ends. That is the canon ending. And so you see right there in the bottom corner it says real ending. So that is what actually happens. And so now we get to meet all of these, all of our voice actors here, and who did the music. Yeah, I mean, this game was definitely a lot higher budget than the previous games, and Scott did an amazing job. Like, the art style is so cool in this game, and it just goes past anything that that the series has seen before. So there you go, the end. The end. So, that's the bad ending, but it's also called the real ending. Which means there has to be another ending, right? And I don't know how to get out of it. Let me out. Oh. That was it. Escape. So there you go. 1 star. Very nice. So now we have the extras menu. The extras menu is interesting because we get to see how baby is made, which all these wires is definitely weird. But yeah, so there's baby. Making Freddy. He's pretty cool. So yeah, we have his pop vinyl here. Yeah, he's great. He's a cool guy. We also have just the Bonbon hand puppet, which is pretty neat. I like him. Let's see, Foxy. Yeah, there's Foxy. Which, oops, knocked down baby. Which we have right here. We have Foxy. So, yeah, there you go. We've got the crew here from Sister Location. But there's one more thing that we need to do before we can finish the nights out, before we can get to a little bit more lore. And it's only 8:12. That's fantastic. All right. So down here at the bottom, you can see that we have that little baby outline here, right? And we have a blueprint. We have a blueprint of the facility. And this is a hint saying, look, you came from parts and service and you went to the scooping room, right? By going forward and left. However, there's a private room. Now, if I were to try to run for the private room right now, it would say that Axe denied and I would be then killed by Ballora. But in order to get into this room, we need to beat this minigame, which was why I was trying to beat it during the main part. But it's okay. So we can now retry this from the menu, which is very good. So we're gonna go ahead and try it until we beat it. Off to a good start, I can already tell you that. All right. But yeah, so we gotta beat this. Jump! Okay, got it. Got him. Go back and grab this. Forward, almost missed the jump. Fell off that, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, jump over that. Okay, got that. Grab this. Yeah, the initial, like there at the beginning when I messed that up, that's probably gonna be a lot on this one. Because what you have to do is you have to feed all the kids by only using what you're given, which there's only enough cupcakes to do, like there's only enough for one cupcake per child, so you do have to be strategic about where you shoot them. Luckily I already know where to shoot them. But you have to do that. Then you have to grab this ice cream and run back to the beginning. Okay, jump there. Sticky keys. All right. Do you want to turn on? Sure. This is driving me crazy. Sticky keys. Leave me alone. You're causing me to lose. Yeah, I don't think I would have made it anyway on that one. Okay, Sticky keys, what is going on? Alright, we got that. Okay, that was a little faster. Ooh. I feel like I almost missed that. Oh, come on. I had that one. I had that. That was a good attempt at the beginning. Okay, so that was pretty good, I guess. Go ahead and jump here. Are you... No. This is why I don't like shift being the jump key, like... because it activates sticky keys so much. Leave the sticky keys alone. Okay. Now we're gonna grab this. Back. But we're already pretty behind on the time. Alright. Jump. Jump. Fire. Okay, as soon as it hits that last kid, turn around. Run this way. Yeah, you like this part? Like, it's... Sister Location definitely is a step above all the other ones. Just in terms of the art style and everything, it's just a step above everything else. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Can we make it back in 16 seconds? I'm inclined to think no. I don't know, that's awfully... Oh my gosh. Alright, this is getting really annoying. Oh my gosh. Right there. Got that. Okay. Get those. Jump over this. This, move on. Turn back. Jump. Jump. And then sprint for the end. Sprint. It's just such a long way to go, and it's a short time to get there, I'm telling you. Okay, go ahead and fire that. Didn't make that jump. Okay, well, when you miss the initial jump like that, that's definitely a great way to lose right there at the beginning. So we'll go ahead and kill that runoff. Okay, grab this. that wasn't really optimal, but whatever. Okay, could have jumped on that one, but I missed the jump. Get back over here. Yeah, like I said, the window on this pretty tight. Grab that. And head back. Come on. Come on. Got it. Although I really feel like I need to speed up this first part. I feel like I'm still slow on this beginning part. Cause I just don't know if it's possible, even without sticky keys completely screwing me over at the end. Okay. Grab our ice cream. Turn around. No! Stop! Oh my gosh. Because, I mean, that's just valuable time that's getting wasted right there by the stupid sticky key notification. It's gonna be close. I don't think we're gonna make it. No! We're on the last screen. If the sticky keys notification would stop. Gosh. Well, messed that one up. Alright. Come on, come on. This is it. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna have to work. Jump was unnecessary, but it's okay. Okay, shotgun blast, love it. Ooh, I about collected that one right there. Got it. And run all the way back here. Yeah, I just feel like this minigame, it's not that it's like ridiculously hard, it's just the controls are so weird. The controls just don't really... Why is up not jump? Why is it shift? And why is backslash fire? Like, just a lot of odd decisions. Like, it should have been spacebar as shoot, up as jump. But, I mean, the game designer, so, you know, what do I know? But... Alright, let's... 20 seconds. In theory, we can make this if we don't have sticky key stuff get in our way. So if the sticky keys could just leave me alone for this round right here, I would greatly appreciate it. I would be so thankful if you would just leave me alone. Alright, jump there. Because I think I can... I might be able to make it. I might be able to. This is a hard maybe. Come on. Please. What? I didn't press fire. Are you serious? I have to press fire at the end. No! I literally did it. Well, that was the run. When sticky keys don't get in the way, it's very possible to do. Alright, let's try it again. Come on. Come on. Alright, come on, come on. Okay. Got it. This one seems a little slow. It seems just a little too slow. Got that. Although I think we had what, 20 seconds last time? So we would have to get to the end in 7 seconds. It's possible, I guess. Okay, so we're at the same time we were last time. So this one is theoretically possible. Jump there. No! Gosh. Leave me alone. Sticky keys. Like, for crying out loud. I do not want them. I don't want notification of it. I don't want you stopping what I'm doing. I'm pressing shift because I need to. Leave me alone. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm mashing fire. I had that one and sticky keys got me again. Come on. Jump. We just need this for the lore. And so we can do custom night. Come on. Okay, got that. There we go. Grab this. Head back. And keep on go. Okay. Now, sticky keys. If you could just leave me alone for the next foreseeable future, we might be able to get this done. Possibly. Okay. We're at the time that we were at before. Okay. No. We're not. Okay. We're done with this. was sloppy. Jump. Grab this, head back. I don't know if we can do this one. Okay, got that. Gotta head all the way back to the beginning. Got those. Come on, come on. I think we're just too slow here. We're too slow. I think we're just a couple seconds too slow. And well, just got a little trigger happy there. Whoops. 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 Okay, that was a little cleaner. Get up there. Head back. Grab this up here. Okay, this run is going a little bit better. Okay, get right here. Grab this and run back. Alright, come on. Okay, need to be back at the ice cream by at least 16 seconds. Come on. 31. Maybe. Maybe. Fire that. Jump here. Fire. Okay, so we got to the ice cream in time. And now we sprint back. No. We had that one. Come on. Gotta do it all over again as I jump right in the pit. No! No! Come on, come on. I need a clean run here. Get that. Get that. Jump over. Jump was unnecessary. It's fine. Come on. Alright. Alright, well, that didn't work. Come on, minigame. Come on. Don't you wish we had something like this in real life for like sweets and stuff? I would love to have something like this for dessert. You know, you just got a robot that just like shoots candy or sweets at you, like wouldn't that be great? Finish with dinner, you just press a button and you just get a cupcake shot at you. I'd be down for it. Buy that. I'd buy that. Did I miss the Pokemon waifu list? No. I can't see my subs. I cannot see my current sub count, but I do not believe that we have reached 100. And we've got to reach 100 before we'll do that. So, unless we've gotten 100 subs, then no. But I don't. I've gotten 100 subs? Probably not. But I might be wrong. But no, right through this mini game here, which allows us to see the second ending here. So there's the real ending, which is what we already got, which resulted in us getting scooped, which is pretty, violent. And then now we're trying to get the fake ending. So the way we get the fake ending is getting this minigame beaten allows us into a private room, and we need in the private room to get that other ending. So hopefully we can make it. We're cutting this attempt a little close, but we might be able to make it. There we go. Got it. You ready? There you go. That is the event that we needed. When Baby says she was on stage once, that's what happened. Afton's daughter, named Elizabeth, loved Baby. He built it just for her. But too bad that he also built robots to kill people. That is something that he did. So another thing about this game is occasionally when you die, there will be blueprints of each of the animatronics, and all of them include random stuff that help them to capture children. There is like holding tanks. There is, didn't like that, made me jump. Yeah, it's kind of loud. Yeah, but it's interesting. But so basically all of these animatronics were specifically built to capture and kill children. So like Funtime Freddy specifically has like a holding tank in his belly, and you can even see that there's a child in there in the blueprint. Like it's pretty insane, actually. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, that is star number 2. Star number 3 is we have to redo night 5, and we have to get the fake ending. Daddy isn't watching, and that's what got her scooped up by Baby. So yeah,
to your last day on the job. That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation.
Yep.
You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket.
So we have to beat this night
taken out of your next paycheck.
Except we have to go to the private room,
fruit, nuts, flowers, and of
rather
course
than the scooping room
cash basket.
And then we have to do
below, it seems you had
then we have to do something else. And once we do that, we'll have the fake ending, and we'll be able to do the custom night, which is canon. Thank you for selecting
Exotic Butters.
Exotic. Let's go. But yeah, so now we have to go to the parts and service room like what we did before.
Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today.
And
try to avoid interfering with their work.
Instead of listening to what she says,
feel free to ask
we have to make a run
there and encourage them to go home.
We have to make a run for the private room. Once we get in, there's something we have to do. And then we get the fake ending. So, yeah. The fake less traumatic than the real ending. But that is one thing to think about, is what you're going to see right here in the fake ending, once I get it, do what I have to do, is interesting, that there is a fake and a real ending. So we'll see. But yeah, this gives us our third star once we beat this. And then we can move on to the custom
Let's check
nights.
on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Ah.
Great. Now let's check on C.
Nope, not there either.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium.
I mean, this game gets real
Your
dark.
task today will involve more maintenance work. Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of repair.
I bet she
You
is.
will be required to reach the parts and
And also,
service
you
room
notice
by
that
once
mask
again sneaking through
that was there
Funtime
before.
Auditorium.
It's gone
As
now.
always, please proceed with caution.
Yeah, it picked it up. Anyway.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent open.
But it's actually impossible. It's impossible to die here in the initial run from the main building over to the parts and service, because Foxy's already been scooped at this point. So there's actually nothing in this room to jump scare you. But Ballora very much can if you on your way back, if you don't listen to what Baby says.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason.
But
it's your job to make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor.
We're just gonna mash
Our
this.
technicians will take it from there.
Don't care. But we're just gonna mash this, and we can skip some of the dialogue that we've already listened to. Okay.
There is a passcode that you
As you
must
can see,
enter
she's
before
already
you
been
can
scooped.
retrieve me.
And so
Enter the code carefully.
you can tell that Ennard has done this.
9 5 9 9 5 7 4 8 7
7
8
8.
Good. A hatch should have opened. Now
you.
you must turn.
And send her on. Shh, Ballora's still here, but that's okay. And now we just make a run for the safe room. We don't listen to
You
Baby.
must follow
We don't.
my instructions in Funtime Auditorium. Go for.
But yeah, as long as we hold
Access granted.
access granted, it would have been access denied if we had not done the mini game. So that's why we had to do that. And here is where an interesting Easter egg happens.
Into a restricted area. Due
You
to
notice
the
it said
sensitive nature of the
observation?
materials that you may be exposed to here, you will not be allowed to leave until the cleanup crew arrives at 6 a.m. So hang tight. Rest assured that you will be promptly rescued, fired, then sent home. Thank you for being an employee. We hope that your experience has not been as regrettable as ours.
So, this... Just gonna... put that there. Nope, just gonna keep that there. There, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, so again, and this is the little that was following us around throughout FNAF 4. Yeah, he's right there with you. This one we do have to use the cameras though, because it's not always immediately obvious where he is.
You believe me?
Actually, that's... Nope. But, I mean, he makes noises, and it doesn't necessarily mean that he's there. So, we just have to keep checking the cameras, because there's no, like, immediately obvious... Okay, so he's over there.
Sometimes I don't understand why people do the things that they do.
He's gone. Ooh, he's here. Nope. Nope.
I thought you liked me.
I mean, sort of. Hold off. Nope. Hi. Oh, nope, fake. Yeah, it fakes you out with a lot of the sounds, but every so often, they're real. Okay, so that's him standing there.
I thought I did.
And gone. Nope.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
But yeah, so I'll back to the original series of, you know, sitting in a room,
So that we can leave.
sitting in a room,
Need you.
closing
So that we
doors,
can hide.
all that good stuff.
We
But
need you. So that we can look like you.
yeah, so obviously the whole point is the scooper gets rid of the insides. And so this way Ennard can leave the facility while looking like us. Which is scary, for sure. I'm using way too much
If
power.
they find us like this, we won't be able to try again.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Yeah, it's very interesting with this callback to the original series.
Just like this, we won't be able to try again. You must help us.
No, I don't want to.
You must let us inside the room.
No, I do not want that. The fake out. I'm using way too much power though. I need to chill. I really need to chill. Nope, not yet. Although you notice one thing is that the bed on this camera actually like goes over this crumpled piece of paper. It's one little mistake. Gone. Cool. But I gotta preserve power from here on out. Because otherwise I might just lose. Come on, good. Can I please get 4 a.m.? Because I am definitely behind on power. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Now it sounds like the daughter. Yeah, these things are built with voice mimicking software, and it allows them to mimic voices of things that they hear. Okay. Nope. Yeah, this night's is not meant to be hard. Okay, that sounds like he's up there. Nope. Okay. On. Here. On. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Doesn't matter. I was trying to press it. Well, we already beat it the once, so we don't have to beat it again. We were close. Wasted a lot of power at the beginning of the night, though, so it's okay. Alright. So we start back from here.
Animatronics maintenance vent open.
At least we can kind of speed through this beginning part. It's not too bad of a wait, I guess. So, it is what it is. Alright. Got there.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason. It's your job to make sure she is structurally stable and conveyor.
I do wish there was a way to
Technicians will
skip
take it from there.
to skip like all of the dialogue or just start back in the secret room. But you still can skip most of it, which is good. But yeah, we just need to beat
There
that
is a
night,
passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve
and then we'll be able
me.
to stuff.
Enter the code carefully. 2, 3, 8, 4, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Good. A hatch should have opened.
Thank
Now
you.
you must turn.
Get out. All right, let's try to beat this on this try. That's the plan, anyway.
You must follow my instructions in
Nope.
fun time. Go forward.
Nope. I'm out.
Access granted.
Thank you. All right, now. 1, 9.
It seems that
3.
you have accidentally wandered into a restricted area.
So this
Due
just
to the
shows you
sensitive
that
nature of the
whoever we are
materials that
playing
you may be
as
exposed to here,
has been
you will not be
watching
allowed to leave. Cleanup
the
crew
child,
arrives at 6 a.m.
the crying
So
child from
hang
FNAF
tight.
4.
Rest assured that you will be promptly
Using
rescued,
this.
fired, then sent home.
And this
Thank
right
you
here
for being an employee.
seems
We
to
hope that
be
your
a
experience has not been as regrettable as ours.
seems to be a camera control remote. So, yeah, whoever has been here, whoever has been the night guard or whatever you want to say, has been spying on this child for some reason, which seems really creepy. But
Why didn't you trust me?
I mean, then again, this is a whole thing about a dude who children, so you know, it is what it is. But so one thing that's nice is like as long as we don't get a sound cue, we don't have to necessarily check out anything. And it isn't until the second sound. Now the problem is toward the end of the night, you get, you know, you get some fake outs, but ultimately he moves pretty quickly. Ultimately he moves pretty fast. So you've got to be careful and just kind of save your power here at the beginning, so that at the end, so that you can get out. So, but yeah, we used 15% that hour, and that's kind of the goal. But we like didn't do anything, so it's tough. It's definitely tough toward the end. So that's one, but we don't have to check it until the second one, at least here at the beginning. So, okay, so he's there. So now we're on alert, and we close it. Gone. We don't have to check the camera. He's gone. So that is one thing. This night is very consistent. It is not. I just got sloppy there at the end on that last run.
I thought you liked me.
So I'd love to know in the comments, what's your favorite part of this game been so far?
Everything right.
That's what I would like to know. And how would you explain what all has happened in the grand scheme of the lore that we discussed before we started playing? And do you think that what I said from before still holds up? Because the information I gave at the beginning of the video is solely based on FNAFs 1 through 4. I didn't give any information of what happens after, so there might be some things that change after this. Now, obviously now we have some names to go with these characters. You know, the Aftons and that sort of thing. Elizabeth is the daughter that was taken by Baby. We can tell that by her, you know, saying, "Daddy, I thought you built it for me. She's so pretty." or all the all the other children, and then Baby telling us about how she was on stage for one day.
You must help us.
And my pick butters, well, yeah, duh. Exotic butters are the best. There's also casual bongos up there in the top 5, I would say. Casual bongos is definitely up there. Okay, that's one. Okay, he's gone. No, I'd rather not. Okay.
Isn't this why you came here? Be with her again?
And this is what makes it so interesting, right? Is...
I don't understand.
Yeah, we're doing much better on power this time around.
You won't die. And it
Won't
will
I?
only hurt for a moment.
I'm curious how this all relates to the books. We'll discuss that once we get a little bit later. I'm really only discussing like events as they were released. And so at this point only the first book had been released. So I'm really only like discussing what's in the first book so far, and then the second book came out right after this came out. So we'll talk about that later. Which there's definitely stuff in there that has to do with this. Okay, go on. Please turn to 4. Because I really am going to need that power. On. But yeah, so this week we're going to be finishing up this by doing some custom night in the little bit. Once, if I can beat this, then we will do the custom night game, which is canon. And it has some special cutscenes after you beat certain things. So yeah, it's definitely entertaining to watch. So make sure you stick around for that. But hopefully we can snag a win here. Okay, so now's when he starts getting antsy. Over to the right. Okay. Close. Nope. Nope. That's the thing, the sounds. Okay, he's here. Gone. Turn that back up. Okay.
You have to let me inside the room.
I'd rather not. Okay, we're at 19. We're pretty good on power, actually.
We need you so that we can leave. We need you so that we can hide. I don't understand.
Okay. Back over here. Open that back up. No! No, I had that. At that point, I've just got to close the doors. Like, just don't check the cameras at all. Just close the doors. That was it. I had that. No.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been
Come on.
deactivated for an unknown reason. It's your job to make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
The ones who are dead. The ones who are very dead. Open this.
There is a passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve me.
Give it to me.
Enter the code carefully.
Give it to me.
6, 6, 6.
That's great.
9, 8, 4, 3, 8, 3, 9. Good. A hatch should have. Now you must turn back.
No. Get out.
You must follow my instructions go forward.
Nope. Ain't doing it.
Access granted.
That's the thing, like this night, it takes so long. And the lead up for it.
It seems that you have
Takes
accidentally
a long time,
wandered
too.
into a restricted area. Due to the sensitive nature of the materials that you may be exposed to here, not be allowed to leave until the cleanup crew arrives at 6 a.m. So hang tight. Rest assured that you will be promptly rescued, fired, then sent home. Thank you for being an employee. We hope that your experience has not been as regrettable as ours.
Thanks. But yeah, so this game definitely, and about the time that this game was released is about the time that we started hearing about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And so this and the book were what really started to introduce actual characters beyond just faceless, just animatronics, you know, just attacking people. That's not really much to write a movie on. Having actual William Afton, you have Henry, you have their children, you have the children that get stuffed in the suits, you have all that stuff. Having that's something you can write a movie. And so I think that's kind of where this all began. Obviously the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has not been released yet. It has been written, scrapped, rewritten, and then scrapped again, and is now currently being rewritten. It's being by Blumhouse, so they did, I think their Paranormal Activity, I think is what they did,
Sometimes I
which is pretty good.
understand why people do the things that they do.
But yeah, it's I really want the movie to happen. It's just I don't know if it's going to. I don't know if it will. Just it's been in production for. It's been in just like pre-production, I guess, stages for, I guess, 4 years now.
But we need you.
So I mean, it's been a long time, and I'm honestly,
We need you
especially
so
with
that we can
all
live.
this going on, I'm not sure that
So that we can
I'm not sure
live.
that it'll anytime soon. So just because obviously shooting a movie right now is probably not going to happen. It's probably not the best. Obviously work on like writing the movie, but outside of that, there's really not a whole lot that they can do. Can you?
We need you. So
He's
that
gone,
we
right?
can
Okay.
look like you.
Well, he didn't make a noise, so that's great. Wasted a lot of power there.
If they find us like this, we won't be able to try again.
I agree. Nope. Okay, wait till the second noise. Otherwise, just sit here. That's one. So wait.
If they find us.
Because until 4 a.m., that first sound means nothing. It's just a setup sound.
You must help us. You must let us
Got that. Third sound, he might fourth sound come back. Possible. Left. Come back. Maybe. Yep. Nope. No.
To be with her again.
It's one. One. Alright. What you got?
I don't understand.
Can I get 3 a.m. please? Please. I really need 3. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose here. Please, no. Please don't lose. Alright, come on, come on. He's still just, yeah, he's still just chilling. Okay, it's fine.
You won't die.
I don't care.
And it will only hurt for a moment.
Nope, it's gonna hurt a long time. It's gonna hurt a very long time. Like forever, actually. Okay, come on, come on. Okay, don't care. Nope. Let's go. Anybody else? Favorite part of this game so far? Any lore ideas or anything like that, just from what we've seen so far, now that we actually characters? Any ideas as to who we're playing as? Or anything else that... Ooh, about missed that. I missed the first time I clicked. 18. Okay, one in the middle. One over here. One up here. What? He faked me out. Come on, come on.
Freddy animatronics maintenance vent open.
He made the noise and he left. No. This night isn't supposed to be hard. You like Ballora? Do I dare ask why?
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Do I dare ask
Great
why?
job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby
And
has
the
been
jump in production
deactivated
value?
for an
Yeah.
unknown
There's
reason.
definitely a huge
It's your job to make sure she is structurally
change.
stable and secured to the conveyor.
Like, I mean,
our technicians will take it from there.
Just the quality of everything just looks way better in this game. It's pretty impressive.
There is a passcode that you must enter before you can retrieve me.
Okay, what is it?
Enter the code carefully. 8, 5, 7, 8,
Yep.
6,
Yep.
8, 5, 4, 9, 7. Good. A hatch should. Now you must turn.
But yeah, this game definitely
You must follow my instructions and
definitely
go forward.
took a path for, I think, a very good thing. As far as the production value, as far as like the mini game goes, But I mean, this right here, this
It
confirming
seems
thing.
that you have accidentally wandered into a restricted
The
area.
guy talked about
Due to the
how
sensitive nature of the materials that
whenever
you may be
he
exposed
does
to
something
here,
in a game,
you will not be allowed to
he always
leave
makes a
until the
point to
cleanup crew
clarify
arrives
it
at
in the
6
next
a.m.
game. And so
Rest assured that you will be
he
promptly
felt
rescued,
that
fired, then sent home.
So he
Thank
felt
you for
that
being an
the
employee.
TV
We hope that your experience is
saying
as novel as ours.
He felt that the TV saying 1983 wasn't clear enough as far as setting FNAF 4 in 1983 rather than it being the bite of 87. He's telling you that no, that's not the bite of 87. These cameras signify those events happening in that year. So that places the crying child.
You trust me.
Because like when FNAF 4 came out, everybody thought that it was the bite of 87, even though the TV
Why didn't you trust
said 1983. Everybody's like, well, it's reruns is what the thing was. And so he clarified it that this was that. And this makes sense of the code because it's the year that this was last used. So there you go. So you have to know, so that puts the events of this happening after the events of FNAF 4. So that's one thing that helps you at least place it somewhere in the timeline. It's at least after that. The only problem with that is that that event is basically the second thing to happen in the timeline. So you've got the puppet and then you've got this. And that's pretty much the first two things that happen, and then this falls somewhere after. And that's all you know. So there you go. We've had one.
Thought you liked me.
We'll wait on that.
I thought thing right.
I mean, you kind of freaked me out. But yeah, the reason that she sounds like Baby,
I don't want to hurt anyone.
well, he, I guess, sounds like Baby, and the girl is because, one, these animatronics have the technology in them to alter their voices to sound like things that they've heard. They can sound like any voice that they want to. And so that is where it gets that ability to sound like Baby. Well, that and Baby is now a part of Ennard.
We need you so that we can look like you.
But then the sounding like the girl is part of the voice recognition and being able to copy it. It's part of their luring, the way that they can lure things to the back so that they can capture them. They're all built in that way to make them just that much more deadly. It all works together.
If they find us like this, we won't be able to try again.
I'm aware.
Help us.
Nope.
You must
Nope.
let us inside the room.
But so also you remember how I was talking about eye color being important. So Baby's eyes are blue. Minigame that we played. However, you notice that Baby's eyes are green here. So, the eyes of the little girl, Elizabeth's eyes were green.
I don't understand.
And so Baby's eyes turned green after the clawing event happened. So that just kind of puts them together there. Alright. One over here. Yeah, if you have any more like lore questions or anything like that, I will try. I really would like to get through this so I can show you the custom night, because the custom night is really cool actually. It's really hard, but it's really good.
You won't die.
I don't care.
And it will only hurt for a moment.
Alright, once it turns to 4, I've got to get a little more twitchy. We're doing pretty good on power though, so I think that's creepy. Yeah, it's very creepy. Here in a minute it's going to start sounding like Elizabeth again. Come on. 4 a.m. Give it to me. I just need that extra. I need that extra power. A little bit more reckless, I guess. Like, there's enough power here. It's just I need to actually use it. I don't know where he is. Come on. Come on. Okay, 4 a.m. That's the switch. 1. Okay, 1. Wait. It's the middle.
Hello?
One here. He's probably at the door right now. Trying to conserve power here. Yeah. That one's subtle. 1. No. Yes. There we go. Dun, dun, ba-dun, dun, 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 dun. So is there any speculation on who is inside the holding compartment of Freddy, or is it someone random? Really super important.
As the trees
at least
sway in the
in
wind,
the
so also do
in the
emotions
games, it's
sway
not.
between star-crossed lovers.
I got my exotic butters.
You burned down my house?
Yes.
You call that a house? It was like a morgue in there.
I may be undead, but you're heartless.
You need to see your son.
The baby isn't mine.
He ate the cat.
Sounds like something he got from your side of the family.
Well, how's this? I'm keeping the diamond ring.
The joke's on you. I found it in a kid's meal.
Uh-oh.
You bought a kid's meal?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Clara.
As the hair on the back of a cat stands up straight, so also does the love between Vlad and Clara stand up against all obstacles. But what about the baby?
What about it?
What about the back child's? Stay tuned next season for those answers and more.
To be continued. Oh no. Oh, how we thought this was going to be a happy ending. Yeah, maybe not so much. Well, get in that. No, I don't get any last popcorn. And there you go. That's your fake ending. So, there you go. That is both endings of Five Nights at Freddy's sister locate. Yeah, what'd you think? What'd you think of the game now that we have gone through all of the main part, I guess, of the game? The custom nights didn't come until later. It didn't come until after. There's the loud. Okay. But this so what Ballora does is she just comes up to each door, and as she gets louder, and as she gets louder and louder, you close the door if she's gonna get to you. The mini arenas and mini arenas 2, this is all that one of them does, is sits on your face and you can't see. and then the other ones try to turn your oxygen level down, which oxygen is pretty important. Velora's hard because, like, there's varying levels of loud. It's difficult to tell when she's going to get to that loudest point. But yeah, there. Oh, missed it. But yeah, it becomes really difficult to see after a while, and we're obviously missing most of the animatronics. It's really difficult to see. But yeah, we've got to be careful with Ballora, because Ballora definitely will kill you if you're not careful. Okay. I've got to be better about my doors. Just waiting a little bit longer on closing the door. But yeah, eventually we're going to be adding other animatronics, and they all work together to make this a very difficult challenge. But it's definitely nice having controls. It definitely is a major help, but it also allows for the games to be a little bit more difficult, just because it's no longer point and click entirely. Now that it's WASD, you can now act quicker, which means that more things can be thrown at you at once, more things can be faster. Yeah, so basically he can just make the games harder